Hi guys. Well, back at it again. It is it's a Wednesday night. Wednesday night. This wasn't one of my favorite Wednesdays of all time. And I'm still in Wilmington. Actually, I'm just north of Wilmington, North Carolina. Spent all day at the port. And I'll tell you about that experience. But you can see my truck over here. See it down there? Right there. Got a load of lumber on it. That the second load of lumber has been on it today. This is imported lumber from over in Europe, and this is a spruce that I've got on here. And tell you the whole story. Well, started out this morning around 7:30. Got up, planning on meeting a Escort that goes into the. If you don't have a TWIC card, you have to have an Escort that has a TWIC card to take you into these ports, because they're high security areas. They're federally controlled high security areas. And so I got up about 7:30. Supposed to meet him over at the port about 9, and got over to the port about 8:45. And the Escort that's supposed to take me in is there, and we get everything all taken care of. And it costs, you know, a considerable amount of money to take your Escort to use them. I'll give you kind of an idea here. So the process of getting the Escort to take you in there, it's pretty profitable for them. $25 for the first hour, and then it's $15 every 30 minutes thereafter. And so it winds up being $30 an hour after that first hour. And so it winds up being a fairly expensive deal if you're going to be there for a while. So we get there about 9 o'clock. I get through the gates about 9:15, 9:20, after going through the process of getting you a day pass. You got to get a day pass, then you got to pass through the security gate, then you got to go to cargo management area, and after you get to the cargo management area, you get in line. You follow through that line in the cargo management area, and then go down to the place where you're supposed to load. Then you hand it to a forklift operator, and the forklift operator finds your load. You go over where your load's supposed to be. Then they load you. It takes about 5 minutes for them to load you. No kidding. All this other stuff, this bureaucracy that you got to go through, takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how long your line is. So I'm sitting there. Here's my load back here behind me. So I'm sitting there, got the first load done, got it tied up. Supposed to tarp the load, you know. And so we pull out. I've got my papers. We pull out, and on the way out, there's a scale that the Escort didn't put me over, which he should have, but he didn't put me over it. And so we went out and dropped the Escort guy off, and then I'm heading out of town. And then, of course, our company rules are the first thing you have to do is you have to go to a truck stop. And at the truck stop, you have to weigh, scale out all your axles, make sure that you're all right. Well, I get to the truck stop, and I'm overweight on my trailer by almost 8,000 pounds. I'm not kidding you, 8,000 pounds. All right, so I'm 20 miles away from the port because there is no truck stops in Wilmington, North Carolina. There's not a TA, there's not a Pilot, there's not a Love's, there's nothing. There's no Petro, there's nothing within 20 miles of Wilmington. It's crazy. I found a little truck stop that had 5 spots for it parked in there on Monday and Tuesday night. So get in there. That's all the truck stop spots that there is.